Question 11. If m ratio n is equal to 2:1, evaluate 3m squared minus 2n squared over m squared plus mn. By the given ratio, it implies that m is equal to 2 and n equal to 1. So in the expression, in the algebraic expression or algebraic fraction, where you have m, you replace m with 2, you replace n with 1, and you have this step. If you simplify further, you have 12 minus 2 over 4 plus 2, and that gives 10 over 6. Divide through by 2, you have 5 over 3. B is the correct option. Question 12. H varies directly as P and inversely as the square of y. If H equal to 1, P equal to 8, y equal to 2, find H in terms of P and y. That is simply the equation that is connecting H, P, and y. H varies directly as P and inversely as y squared. This is what you have there. In variation, we always do away with the symbol of variation. As you are doing that, you introduce the constant of variation, so you have it this form. The reason why H is equal to 1, P is equal to 8, and y is equal to 2 is to enable you find K. So you replace H, P, and y with their respective value in this formula. If you clear fractions, you have 4 equal to 8k, and k is 4 over 8. If you reduce, you have 1 over 2. So you write the formula and you replace k with 1 over 2 in this form. Now 2 is denominator. It can come down and multiply y squared. So you have p over 2y squared. C is the correct option. Question 13. Solve 4s squared minus 16s plus 15 equal to 0. Let us compare the given equation with the general quadratic equation of as squared plus bs plus c equal to 0. That means that a is equal to 4, coefficient of s squared, b is equal to minus 16, coefficient of s, and c is equal to, b is minus 16, coefficient of s, and c is equal to 15, the constant term. Whenever a is not equal to 1, you always look for ac, and ac means 4 times 15, that is 60. Your attention is now on 60, not 15. So you get two factors of 60, that the sum is minus 16 in s and the product is 60. Such factors must be minus 10 minus 6. So you write minus 10 minus 6 in s in this form and replace the middle term with the factors. The purpose is to get 4 terms so that you factorize by grouping. The first 2 terms, take the first group, the last 2 terms, the second group. Ensure that the 2 groups are separated with a plus sign. From the first group, 2s is common. If you factor out 2s, you are left with 2s minus 5. From the second group, you factor out minus 3, and you have 2s minus 5 equal to 0. Clearly 2s minus 5 is common. If you take it out again, you are left with 2s here and minus 3, which forms the other bracket, and you equate both to 0. You equate each term to 0 and you have 2s minus 5 equal to 0, or 2s minus 3 equal to 0. If you transfer the respective constant terms to the right hand side, you have 2s equal to 5 or 2s equal to 3. Divide through by 2 in both linear equations and you have s equal to 5 over 2 or s equal to 3 over 2. If you expressed in mixed fractions, you have s equal to 2 whole number 1 over 2 or s equal to 1 whole number 1 over 2. So B is the correct option. Question 14. Evaluate 0.42 divided by 2.5 over 0.5 times 2.05, leaving your answer in standard form. So you have the problem. If you simplify the numerator, you have 0.168. The denominator, you have 1.025. If you divide both, you have 0.1636. In standard form, decimal point is always between the first two non-zero numbers, so you move the point to between 1 and 6. As you are doing that, you multiply by 10. Now, when the movement is forward from left to right, the power is negative. Because you moved once, you have power of minus 1. For that reason, C is the correct option. Meanwhile, if you are moving backward from right to left, the power is positive. If you are moving forward from left to right, the power is negative. Question 15. Simplify log 6 base 10 minus 3 log 3 base 10 plus 2 over 3 log 27 base 10. We have the same basis all through, so we can apply subtraction law and subtraction law and addition law. Before that, the coefficient ought to be 1 in each case, just like the way this one is. So by power law, you take 3 back, it becomes power to this 3. You take 2 over 3 back, to becomes power to 27, and that is what you have here. All right, so you have log 6 base 10 remains the same. Now 3 cube is 27, so you have log 27 base 10. Now if you come here, this over 3 means cube root, so cube root of 27 is 3, and 3 square is 9. So we can apply the law of addition by taking this and this. That law implies multiplication of the number, so you have 6 times 9, and subtraction implies division, so you have over 27. You divide 9 and 27 by 9, 3 is remaining here. Here becomes 1. You divide 6 by 3, you have 2. So you have log 2 base 10. B is the correct option. Question 16. Bala sold an article for 6,900 naira and made a profit of 15%. calculate his percentage profit if he had sold it for 6,600 naira. So from the first statement, you need to get the cost price before you can calculate percentage profit on the new selling price. So selling price is 6,900. The profit made 15%. Cost price is unknown. So you have this formula for percentage profit. So the profit there is 15%, which simplifies to 15 over 100. This term here has taken care of this 100. So you have selling price minus cost price over cost price. If you cross multiply, you have this. If you open the bracket, you have this expression. If you collect like terms, you have this. And when you add, you have this. To get the cost price, divide both sides by 115, and that is 6,000 naira. With this cost price, we cannot calculate the percentage profit for the new selling price. So if he had sold it for 6,600, profit is selling price minus cost price. The cost price is 6,000. So on that transaction, the profit is 600, and percentage profit is profit over cost price times 100. That is 600 over 6,000 times 100, and that simplifies to 10%. B is the correct option. Question 17. If 3P is equal to 4Q and 9P is equal to 8Q minus 12, find the value of PQ. That is P times Q. So we have two equations. From equation 1, let's make the P the subject. So you divide through by 3. So P is equal to 4 over 3Q. Let's call that equation 3. Equation 1 produce 3. To continue with the solving, you have to put equation 3 into equation 2. Equation 1 produce 3, 3 into to continue. So this is equation 2. Anywhere you see P, you replace it with 4 over 3Q, and that is what you have here. Now if you divide 9 by 3, you have 3. 3 times 4, you have 12. That is 12Q equal to 8Q minus 12. Collect like terms, you have 12Q minus 8Q equal to minus 12, and that is 4Q equal to minus 12. Divide through by 4. Q is equal to minus 3. We can get P easily using equation 3. This is equation 3. You replace Q with minus 3, and you have 4 over 3 times minus 3. 3 cancel 3, you have minus 1 times 4, that is minus 4. Therefore, PQ is equal to minus 4 for P times minus 3 for Q, and that is 12. A is the correct option. Question 18. If 0.25 power y is equal to 32, find the value of y. What you have here is exponential equation, so let us deal with it as such. First, let us convert this decimal fraction to ordinary fraction or common fraction, and you have 25 over 100 to the power of y equal to 32. If you reduce 25 over 100, you have 1 over 4 to the power of y equal to 32. The lowest base to 4 and 32 is base 2. So you have 1 over 2 square power y equal to 2 power 5. Before we can equate the bases, they must be at the same level. So if you reverse this by negative index, if you take 2 up, you have 2 to the power of minus 2, then power of y equal to 2 power 5. If you multiply the powers, you have 2 power minus 2y equal to 2 power 5. If you equate the bases, you have the powers equal. That is minus 2y over 5. Divide through by minus 2, y is equal to minus 5 over 2. A is the correct option. Question 19. There are 8 boys and 4 girls in a lift. What is the probability that the first person who steps out of the lift will be a boy? That is simple. Number of boys over the total, that is both boys and girls, that is 8 over 8 plus 4, that is 8 over 12. If you divide through by 4, you have 2 over 3. C is the correct option. Question 20. Simplify s squared minus 5s minus 14 over s squared minus 9s plus 14. Don't make the mistake of cancelling 14 with 14. No, what you have is quadratic expression in both numerator and denominator, and you are expected to factorize both sides. So if you factorize, you have this final result. You see that there are 2 common factors, they will cancel out, and you are left with s plus 2 over s minus 2. So D is the correct option. Peter Course Simplified Maths. If you are viewing and watching from YouTube, don't forget to subscribe to get more updates from time to time. Like, share PSM videos. If you are viewing from YouTube, okay, if you are viewing from Facebook, follow and like the page. Also share PSM videos.